Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time you're watching this video. Welcome to another episode of this EAFC 26 modding tutorial series. My name is Edson Ochoa, and today I'm bringing y'all a hopefully short video on the next step in creating a club for EAFC 26, but you can also use it for 25 and 24 as well. So today I want to talk to you about creating a manager for your club in EAFC 26. It's pretty small, but very important update. We just want to make sure that everything is linked correctly as far as the manager and the database is concerned, because it also does show cutscenes in kickoff and in career mode where it actually focuses on your manager. So you want to make sure that all of that data is linked correctly as far as appearance wise and in the database. So like in the user, in the UI, that way it'll show the name and information as well. So let's go back to our trusty EAFC editor 26. So we're back to our trusty EAFC 26. If you guys remember, in the last episode, we did talk about creating the players and importing all of that into your new club and into the squad file. And currently, as you can see, if I go and look at Apostle Locomotive, you will see that currently they have no manager, linked to the squad, right? But it is important. So what you got to do is I got to go to edit team to make sure you get these tables created. Create those tables. You can close that, and now you can go to edit manager. And here, this is where you can add the information for this particular manager. Okay, so in this case, I'm not going to use Junior Gonzalez because this is a 2026 decision. Last year for 2025, it was Wilmer Cabrera that was the manager for Apostle Locomotive. So pretty simple. You add first name and last name. All right. Birth date, you can grab that, from Transfer Market or any or even Wikipedia or anything like that. But let's go look at Transfer Market. So you can see that his date of birth is September 15th, 1967. So obviously we got to remember in this application, it is day, month, year. So we're going to go in here and we're going to put 15/09 1967. Nationality, we know he is Colombian, so we'll put Colombia as nationality, male, gender. Join date, you can see right here, so he joined on May 20th 2024, so you can put 20/05/2024. Personality, is he calm, is he normal, or is he energetic on the sidelines? I think if I recall correctly, he was pretty energetic. So we'll put energetic. Is he licensed? It says if you add a mini face to this manager, change this data to yes. Yeah, since we are going to add it later on, once we get into the FIFA editor tool portion of this tutorial, we'll leave it as yes. So that way he will have, there are two things that you can do with this. Number one would be that on screen you will be able to show his mini face. Number two, if you were to make a career mode but you don't want to use Apostle Locomotive, but you want to use Wilmer Cabrera as your coach, your licensed coach per se, you will actually be able to go in and choose for your career mode for the team that you want to manage. You can choose Wilmer Cabrera, and it will be Wilmer Cabrera that coaching Real Madrid. You'll be able to do that if you set it to yes. Okay, this is basically star rating. How good is this coach? I guess you can put 3.0. Traits, I guess you can leave it like that. I'm not 100% sure what these IDs mean, so just leave it like that. No, he doesn't have a high quality head. So basically, if his head model scanned, it's not. We'll leave it at no. If you head it to yes, it means you modded it, you created one from scratch, 3D model that you imported into the game, and yes, you would put it as a high quality head, but he's not. Does he use glasses? No. You can, if he does use glasses, you can actually change the color of the glasses as well, but it'll be just generic glasses. Here is where you can add information about the appearance of the manager. So let's say, for example, I want to know what his height is, right? So apparently he is the, if you go into here, into this transfer market one, it says that Wilmer Cabrera Sr., o sea, the coach, because this is Wilmer Cabrera Jr., his son, but Wilmer Cabrera Sr. is 181 centimeters high. So you will add here 181. We'll leave weight as 75 because we don't know what his height is, or what his weight is. Ethnicity, like I mentioned before when creating players, with ethnicity there is no conversion of, let's say, okay, 4 is Latin American or anything like that. So we'll just leave it at that for now. It doesn't really matter because this is where his appearance changes. Head type, basically we're gonna do the same thing as we did before with the players. We'll use the face recognition app. We use this one, and then we can search for faces. It'll give you, once again, 6 options that look the best. I'm just gonna use 2505, which is that because of his eye shape, it looks the closest. Skin tone, we'll use skin 5. Skin type, we'll leave that basically, you know, freckles or anything. We don't, we'll leave it as 0. Skin makeup, we don't need it. Skin complexion, just more customization options. I think this is more like, I don't know, like colorings or anything like that. Skin surface pack, I mean, we know he has aged, so we'll go with the 50s Latin average. Hair type, we know that he's kind of got like curly hair, and I think the one that I used, because I did it kind of off screen, but I'll redo it. I think it was this one, short, curly, messy 2, which is what I used for him. Hair color, we'll leave it black, 0. Facial hair type, we'll just do all. Just go ahead, because he's got kind of like a not like a stubble, but, you know, just a little bit more, but not like large enough. So we can use facial hair number 5 if we want to look at a picture of him again. Wilmer has usually been like either clean shaven or stubble or anything like that, but I think recently, so like here, this one's a Apostle Locomotive, it looks like he might be just a little bit of a stubble, but more like clean shaven. So I mean, you can use whatever you want. I'll just use, for now, we'll use facial hair number 3, just a little bit of a stubble. Let's see what else we got. Eyebrow type as well. Facial hair color, make sure it's black. Eyebrow type, I think I use, there's category 24, flat. Eye color, we'll set it to 9. Eye detail, oh yeah, this one didn't work. Lip color, don't mess with that. Body type, you know, is pretty much average and lean, because he is kind of thin. And then you can change his outfits. Usually he wears like a polo or something, so we'll just use, but these are all the outfits that the manager can use on the sidelines, and they will come out in the cutscenes, right, when it's showing up to you. I'll go ahead and give him, let's say this one, this light blue one, outfit 5714, and then the seasonal outfit, if it's snowy, we'll go ahead and just give him to use, you know, the jacket, you know, the puffy jacket with the club crest on it. And then once you finish all of that, you go to File, you press Save Changes, Manager Changes saved successfully. And so now when you filter, you will now see that Wilmer Cabrera with ID 60115 is set as the manager for Apostle Locomotive. So now all you got to do is you got to export all this edited data to the folder. All right, so now all data exported successfully to the directory. Right after that, you got to go and import all of these tables that it has created into Revolution Database Master 26. But we've gone over that process in the first video, and we've gone over that process in the second video. So hopefully you've kind of gotten an understanding on how to import all these single tables into RDBM 26. So the only difference in the previous videos is that now you also have to now import the manager table. So when you go, you use the single, import single table, you'll find the manager table. And now, if we sort, now it'll show that for 132750, the manager is Wilmer Cabrera with a manager ID of 60115. And that's pretty much it. That's different. Once you import all those tables, you're going to be saving the squad file, and all of those changes should now be reflected into the squad file when you next load it in FC Editor. Okay, and so now when we load the squad file again in FC Editor, we will see that all this information that you created in the last session will now be linked to the team that you created. So we go to rest of world, Paso Locomotive, and you can see now by default in the actual squad file, you will see that now Wilmer Cabrera is linked as the manager. We can look at this as well. He's got all of this information and his attributes and manager appearance. All of that is linked into the squad file now. So just real quickly, go ahead and show you. So this is our team squad for El Paso Locomotive. And so it's going to list all of the players in your squad that you have created. You've created their overalls based on Football Manager stats, etc., etc. So now you want to make sure you have the formation and roles and your starting lineup correct, so that way you import into the game, right? So you have your squad right now. This one I changed it off camera, but I'll show you some of the functionalities. So let's say in this case you have a player on your roster. We'll take a look at Memo Diaz, who has the jersey number of 2, but in reality, if you look at the roster on the USL website, you can see that Guillermo Diaz or Memo Diaz is actually 24. Okay, and so what do we need to do? Pretty simple. You can actually use this particular screen. You highlight him, you highlight Memo Diaz, and we know that Noah Dollenmayer has the number, the jersey number that he needs. So you're going to press Control, and then you're going to click on the player that you want to switch with. When you select both of them, you're going to press the swap number button. And so now, if you go back, you'll see that Memo Diaz now has the 24, and that Noah Dollenmayer has number 2. But Noah Dollenmayer doesn't use number 2. Actually, I don't even know what number he uses. But considering that he's an academy player, I don't think he has number 2. So we just want to change a number for him. We click on the change number button, and then we can select his new jersey number, and we can use 31. Press OK. And so now Noah Dollenmayer is number 31. You can actually transfer players to and from. Let's say you want to transfer him to, let's say, I don't know, to the English Championship, to the championship, okay? And you want to send him over to Birmingham City. You can do that as well. Once you press transfer player, Memo Diaz in this case would be part of the roster for that particular team that you select. You can do the same thing with loans. You can select, obviously, the championship. You can select Birmingham City. You can actually establish it that, hey, I want this particular player to have an end date for the loan of, let's say, the 31st of August of 2026. Okay, and then the option if the player that you loaned it to can actually buy it right before the loan expires. Okay, and you can do that as well, and that will save it into the database. As well as, let's say you have a player that you want from some other team, you can do that as well. You just select, okay, where do you want? Let's say I want one from MLS. So you're going to find USA Major League Soccer. You're going to select the source team, let's say Houston Dynamo. And I want Femi Awodesu. And then when you press transfer player, it will send that player over to El Paso Locomotive or whatever team you're creating in this case. After that, you can select his new jersey number, what the join date. So in this case, it automatically defaults to today's real world date, but you can change it to whatever. And of course, when its contract is going to end. And then when you press OK, all of that information will be updated in the database. Transfer player from, we already went over that. Release player, let's say you don't want this player anymore and have him go to free agent. You click on release player and that'll be what will happen. It'll release the player from your roster and will become a free agent. Swap player positions. Let's say, for example, okay, I have Christian Sorto and I want him to be a starter instead of Amando Moreno. You click on the player you want to switch first, and then before you click on the second you want to switch to, you click or you press Control, leave it hold it down, and then click on the player you want to switch to. In this case, Amando Moreno. And then when you will click where it says swap players positions. And so now Christian Sorto will be the right striker and Amando Moreno will be on the bench. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch them back. Auto set pieces, it will look at the statistics for the crossing, free kick accuracy and all of that, and it'll establish automatically the best players for these particular set piece roles. So if we do that right now, you will see that it changed free kick takers from Ricky Reese to Eric Calvillo. Penalty taker Jamali Waite. Right corners, left corners were all changed to other players that had the high statistics based on those roles that were needed. Okay, and then as well, your auto lineup. When you click the auto lineup, it'll choose the best players for that position with the best statistics and put them as their starters. So if we do that with this one, and it'll actually choose, okay, I just wanted to put the best players in the positions for the primary position only. So like, let's say you have a player that has 3 positions. Your primary position, say a center midfielder, secondary position, center attacking midfielder, and then third position is, let's say, left mid, right? So if you press preferred position only, it's only going to look at the putting the player in the position where he has the highest overall at. So like, let's say, for example, you've got Robert Coronado there, but you've got somebody else that has higher statistics, higher overall, that can't play that position. It'll replace him with that position. 2 preferred positions. So basically it'll look at its number 1 preferred position and the secondary preferred position and make the changes in accordance with all preferred positions. Basically that's what it means. It looks at every position that player can play and will put that player in a position where he is best at compared to others in the roster. So right now we'll just go put preferred position only, and you will see that it changes the roster and puts the better players automatically in your starting 11. That's basically it, but you can also make the changes manually. Like, let's say in my case, when I did this off camera, I was looking at videos and VODs of previous games that El Paso Locomotive played. Look at some of the instances. Okay, who took this the right corner kick? Who took the left corner kick? Who took free kicks? Who's the captain? Who's taking penalties? Right? And then manually I can go in, okay, in real life, this player. So for example, over there where I had it, in real life, Ricky Reese is usually the one that takes the free kicks. So I manually put free kicks for Ricky Reese. And then as well, for the right corners, Ricky, and the left corners was Eric Calvillo. And then you can also change formation. So you can change the formation here. Let's say 4-1-3-2, 4-1-4-1. You establish that, and then you just modify your squad accordingly. Edit roles. Basically what this is, okay, so if he's let's say he plays as a right back, but he plays more as a wing back. So like a full back will be, he'll stay back and defend. If he's a wing back, he'll, go up and down, and he'll be a little bit more willing to go up and help out on the attack. Falls back, basically attacking wing back. he'll go and support the attack over there. Will not necessarily go and create shots or opportunities, but you can do all of this editing, all of this customization a little bit more in depth, just based on what you think or what your analysis is for that particular player, or if you know people that analyze these teams that you're trying to add, and you notice that, okay, this player I know for sure goes up in attack, etc., etc., etc. You can customize it here, and then you will be able to establish that as the tactics and the mentalities for this team whenever you play them in the game. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I told you it was going to be a much shorter video this time around, but thank you guys for your support of this EAFC 26 modding tutorial series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are sharing this. If you haven't done so, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And activate the bell, the notifications, so that every time we upload, you will receive a notification of any new videos or any new content that we create. We've got some gaming videos in English and in Spanish that are on the pipeline. We've got the rest of the videos that are going to coming out in this tutorial series. If I'm not mistaken, the next part of this tutorial series is going to be with team kits. So I know a lot of people have been wanting an update from my last videos back for FIFA 22. So be sure to activate the notifications so you will know exactly when I upload that video. But that's going to be for me tonight, guys. Thank you so much for your help. We'll see you all in the next video for the EAFC 26 modding tutorial series.